Hey guys, Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great holidays. We took some time off to, spend time with the family and enjoy our holidays. I'm Tim Arnwine, long hair ghost hunter, author of Ghost Hunting Getting Started, and proud member of Haunted, South Florida. Welcome, Ghost Hunting Getting Started, the series. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you. Okay. Why don't you guys meet Sammy? Hey, oh, you got a blue pillow. That's cute. Where's your honey? She's taking notes. Okay, well, that makes sense. She has the arms, hands, and thumbs, so good choice. All right, so tonight we're going to do a little review in 2022, and then we're going to do some food for thought for 2023. Okay, 2022, great year. We launched the series. We got a lot of questions and comments from around the country, which is great. I appreciate it. That's what this is for. Big. We launched Haunted South Florida. Okay. Amazing people. I teamed up with some really top-notch investigators. And we did some really cool investigations. We did a lot of public events where we met some really nice people. Okay. I'm proud of everybody on the team because they have a commitment to find answers for the client's concerns. And they're just looking for answers and how to add to the field. So I'm really proud of them. The funnest part, though, is watching them, when they're personable and they're, just sharing stories with the clients or teaching them what they know about things. It's fun just to sit back and watch. Okay, really enjoy it. Really proud of them. So I'm looking forward to a good 2023, great year. We got a lot of stuff coming up, so keep an eye out for hauntedsouthflorida.org, Facebook, Instagram. All the information's down here on the ticker. All right. Now, of course, I can't leave 2022 without thanking our partnerships with the locations. Now, I've personally been investing in these places for years, okay, and they're valued friendships. And I always try to thank them for what they do. Not just a partnership, but how they maintain the beauty of these locations. So I want to give a shout out to History Fort Lauderdale, New River Inn. We do our paranormal boot camp and investigations there. I want to thank Gold Coast Railroad. We do our first free Saturday events there, and got some big news coming. Okay. Old Davie School. We do a few events a year with them, July, October. Great staff. I want to thank them. And Hotel Redland. And we're working on something with Hotel Redland. So should be a great year. Just keep an eye out for it. I also want to say, if you guys ever want to donate to a museum, historical society, things like that, these places are incredible. When you go there, it's a step back in time, and they work very hard to make it that way. If you're in the South Florida area and you want to, actually stay at a haunted hotel, Hotel Redland's great. Staff's incredible. They're really into the ghosts and the paranormal, so they don't mind if you investigate. Okay. So thank you for a great 2022. All right. Now, moving on. 2023. Food for thought. Now, I always try to take a check on myself and ask myself, am I doing this for the right reasons? Okay. Because if you're getting into this, if you're getting into it, you're new at it, or you're a veteran, and you want to do this long term, you're going to be putting a lot of time and some money into it. So ask yourself if you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay. Now, because I think if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're going to benefit your clients in an investigation. You're going to benefit the guests, the locations, and you're going to benefit the field. So for me, I always break it down to three categories I always focus on. One, credibility, privacy. Okay. Credibility is everything in this. Okay. There's a lot of skeptics out there. So Don't feed the skeptics. And to me, credibility should just come natural. Run an honest investigation, present honest evidence. Don't showboat it. But for me, credibility also includes your tools. Be proficient with your tools. I'm always preaching this because if you're doing an investigation and you don't get any evidence, that happens. It's okay. But if you've been fumbling with your tools and things like that, the client might think, they didn't get anything, but they kind of did not look like they know what they were doing. So be proficient. Okay. Know your tools. Get to know them. Right. Next, privacy. Another big thing on my list. I don't know of any homeowner that wants their name and location slapped all over the internet as being haunted. A lot of businesses feel the same way. So if you're going to go live on some social media or you're going to post evidence, just get permission. Okay. Privacy is everything. Next, your clients and investigations, your guests and your locations. Always make them top priority. Remember, safety is always top priority, but make guests, clients, locations top priority. Okay. Now for clients, it's easy. Run an honest investigation. Okay. Also, don't prejudge them by their story or their concerns. They don't need another skeptic in their life. Okay. And big, let them know you're always available to help them. All right. Guest at events. Again, should be natural. Be friendly. Be personable. Okay. Please include the guest in the investigation. And what I mean by that is, share evidence. Include them in what you're doing. Okay. Now, sharing evidence, what I mean by that is, you're doing an investigation. If it's an event or a private, you're still doing the investigation. So do your EVPs 1 to 2 questions, do a playback. You're doing the playback because you want to see if you can build on the conversation. But you're doing the playback because now you're sharing evidence with the client. Loan out some tools. Let them hold the tools. Most people come to these, they know what a REM pod is. They know what a Mel meter is. Let them hold it. Let them experience it. Okay. Now, including them in it, just, if you're doing an EVP session, ask them if they want to ask you a question. Things like that. But include them to their comfort level. Okay. Don't force them to do something. Don't guilt them into doing something. Remember, it's their night. Okay. And then another thing, make it a teaching moment. Teach them about the tools. Teach them about what you're doing. Because I found out over the years that 90% of the people who pay to go to these events, they would like to learn something, whether they know it or not at the moment. I've had a lot of comments where people walked up and said, hey, that was cool, Tim. Now at least I know what the lights on the REM pod mean when I'm watching it on TV. Teach them. Make them part of the investigation. Okay? Because 90% of the people don't want to pay to watch you investigate. Okay? They want to be part of it. So make them part of it. Because remember, your face is representing the location for that event. Okay. My goal is always, are you, I don't ask them point blank, but I hope they're coming back for another event. Or my ultimate goal is that the places we do, they're very proud of their hauntings. So people have gone back on their own time, paid the little tour fee, and broke out a recorder. That's more money for the locations. It's more fundraising. It's better for the locations. So include them. Okay. Locations. Respect the location. Respect all the work they've put into it. Okay. Respect the staff. Because you have to remember, it's their location. Okay. Don't make demands. They have to follow policy and rules. So, you can always suggest what might make the event better, but at the end of the day, it's their location. Just respect that, okay? Third, whatever you're doing, if you're doing a private, if you're doing a solo investigation, if you're doing an event, your main objective is to find some answers. You may not find all the answers, you probably won't, but find answers that you can build on. Okay? So those are usually the three categories I focus on. And I think if you're in this for the right reasons, not to see how many YouTube hits you can get or Instagram clicks you can get. If you're in it for the right reasons and you want to do this long term, you're going to have many years of enjoying this and helping people. And I hope that's what you're in it for. Right? Announcements. Okay. This Saturday, we're going to be back at the History Fort Lauderdale. We're going to be doing a paranormal boot camp, and then we go into investigation. I've never explained this before. It's, I give a lecture, 30, 45 minutes, depending on the questions. Talk about the tools, how to investigate, things like that. But then we break right into an investigation. You borrow some tools, you ask the questions. You're the investigator. You're part of the team for the night. Okay. So it's this Saturday, the 14th. Okay. First Saturday in February from 11 to 4, we're going to be at the Gold Coast Railroad during the day, 11 to 4. Have all the tools out. We'll be talking about your experiences, sharing our experiences, and talk about the tools if you want. Big announcement. February 25th, the Haunted South Florida team is going to start doing the Gold Coast Railroad Museum, the evening events, 7 to 11. And what happens there is I give a little talk about what cars are active, things like that. And it's a free-for-all. You're the investigator. There's 4 active cars, but there's different areas on the cars that are active. There'll be a team member in every car doing something, Estes session, EVPs, doing all kinds of stuff. And you can roam around. Now, if you're in one car and you find it quiet or you're really interested in another car, go over. Okay, just float around. You're the investigator for the night. Okay. Now, like I said, I've been doing for years. I've been doing Gold Coast for probably 10 years. We've gotten a lot of stuff there over the years. So come on out. I think it's $30. Everything's a fundraiser for the locations, all these events. Team makes no money. So if you want to come out and support the museums, do some ghost hunting, learn about the tools, come on out. You can go to hauntedSouthFlorida.org or Haunted South Florida Instagram, and there's links right to where you can get tickets. All right. So again, thanks again for a great 2022. Looking forward to a great 2023. Real proud of the Haunted South Florida team. So if you guys live in South Florida and you think you have activity, reach out to us. See if we can help you. See if we can find some answers to what your concerns are. We don't charge for investigations. We're just here to help. So if you're out there investigating, be safe, be careful, and remember, always run an honest investigation. The client appreciates it, even if you don't get anything. Right? So we're going to get back in the swing of things, talk about the tools and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And you guys be safe. We'll see you real soon. Thanks.